To help you to answer these questions, what was on Slido, then I will explain exactly how we divided our work between implementing bodies and Rail Baltic. And actually, slides are from the last year. Who have been here last year or in Riga, then they have seen already that. So the first layer is preliminary designs. What is done by implementing bodies, each country separately. And in Lithuanian case, this is special plan what is prepared in Lithuania. The other layer is the consolidation preliminary designs, what is done by in-house by RB Rail. And we are started with the first sections where we start the design phase. I will talk them in the later a little bit. And the third phase is the detailed technical design. What again, RB Rail is responsible, and we are doing that in each three country. And this is all related to the main line. But in our case, we have also the local facilities like Ülemiste station, Muuga terminal, Riga Central Station, or Riks Station, or others. Then in this case, of course, all design is done by local implementing bodies. RB Estonia, Stativa in Lithuania, and Euroopa Selguse Liinija in Latvia. So, many times you have heard today already about the consolidation of the preliminary designs. Once again, I explained that as each country have made their own way the preliminary designs, they are all very different. I can tell that Estonian design is very, very detailed. Latvian is average, and in Lithuania it's as a planning document. And that's why we like to put them into the same context and to compare them and to make the design documents better for the designers. And we have finished, I think, 170 kilometers from the total 970 kilometers. And this will be recommendations to the designers. And why we are doing that is, of course, to ensure interoperability. And then we have the detailed technical design, and this is in two phases. First is master design. Master design is for Estonian, according to the Estonian legislation, is basic design or põhiprojekt in Estonian. In Lithuania, that's technical design. And in Latvia, there is no in legislation such a phase like master design, so we developed something between the põhiprojekt minimaalse sastava and the final detailed technical design, the step what we will then control. Yes. So preliminary designs are ready. 2016 was ready already in Latvia. This year, February, we finished in Estonia, and special plan in Lithuania, the first section from Kaunas to Latvian border was ready 2017, and 2021 also the plans for Kaunas Polish border and Kaunas Vilnius will be ready. Consolidated design, we have to finish all sections this year. We have issued already 2 reports in Latvia, and 2021 we will finish in Lithuania with the last sections to Vilnius and Polish border. Detailed technical design, we must be ready 2020 in Estonia. We are finishing 2 first sections on 2020 in Latvia, and we hope that the next money from CEF 4 there will be money also for the last sections in Latvia that we can finish these 2021. And in Lithuania, the first 2 sections we will finish 2020, and the last sections to Vilnius and Polish border 2023. And that was for now from me.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, so after this detail you have now all understood the difference between the different designs, and we are effectively entered in the detailed technical design phase, but you may have 2 questions. All these designs will be coordinated, and how to ensure that the designed railway will satisfy the need of the train operation and ultimately of all the users, passengers, and cargo operators. Yeah. So to answer to these questions, let's have a look about what we call our design conceptual targets. So first, we want to build a 100% interoperable infrastructure. This is just the essence of the transport European, the TNT railway corridors. Yeah. We want to have maximum of rail market share. So this is to be sure it will be maximum of benefit for all the Rail Baltica users and businesses of the Baltic state and around. And this is also about the best use of the allocated public money. And for this, we will consider all the types of potential users and businesses around the traffic already during the design phase. We want to deliver an infrastructure tailored to the traffic on the entire Rail Baltica corridor from Warsaw to Helsinki. Yeah. So why this scale? Actually, this is the right scale for corridor for designing. Starting from Helsinki, this includes also the continuity of the traffic through the Finland Gulf through ferries, and later on the perspective of the Finest tunnels. And Warsaw is the point where the traffic are splitted to different directions, from the west to southwest and to south of Europe. And that's the reason why we consider this scale, which is approximately the half of the North Sea Baltic corridor. And tailored to the traffic, this is also very important to take this into account for the design. All traffic, we are designing railway to carry some traffics, and we have to avoid some oversizing or undersizing of the railway. But this is not a static process. This also shall take into account the future and all the traffic development according to the medium and long term. Environmental impact is also a very important target for us. You all know that the rail mode is a very virtuous transport system for the environment compared to other ones. But still, we believe there is some rooms according careful design and taking care of all environmental problematics to even improve its performance and reducing furthermore the environmental impact. We shall then focus on the life cycle and benefits, and this is a really major point of our vision and of these conceptual targets. We shall look carefully CapEx, OpEx, and the benefits, and perform an optimization process among these 3 elements to reach the best life cycle cost result for the full railway infrastructure during its whole design life. The target is to have a lower OpEx at the end, and that is will later on produce also low access fees for the infrastructure users. And this is fully consistent with the target to have maximum high market shares in the Baltic state. During this process, we have to make a lot of decisions during all these designs. And for this, we are already committed to equip ourselves and implementing body with a lot of modeling tools, whether it is in financial, in planning, and in technical fields, to allow to take the best decisions at the right level during all the design process to reach the ultimate goal of performant infrastructure. So if we look business and operation plan, you have seen these studies as among the main studies that are going to be performed this year. Business plan and other commercialization studies are providing the accurate understanding of the transport demand. This includes assessment of all the passenger needs for different types of service. That means long-distance service, regional services, shuttle services, and a similar situation for the different type of cargo, with different type of cargo, different origin and destinations, and different businesses. So all this study will allow to have a more accurate understanding of the transport demand. And then, second phase of this is the answer to the demand the transport offers. This is studies for the operational plan, who is going to set up all the principles of the train services. Train services will include, for example, daily high-speed passenger services, night passenger services, regional, suburban, and airport shuttles. Similar situation for the different cargo trains will be some containers, some bulk trains, some piggybacking with different technical features and different origin and destinations. Obviously, all these trains shall be defined with some timetables, and this, I can already say, if you are coming back for the next forum next year, you will have the privilege to discover already the timetable of Rail Baltica. Rolling stock shall be used for all these train services shall be already estimated and identified among the typical rolling stock of 1435 gauge. And the infrastructure parameters are going to be defined, and that is about the capacity of the railway line, different location for facilities, station, intermodal terminals, and also maintenance facilities, and station track layout. Operation plan in relation with design. So for all the, one of you will be involved in different design contracts. We will coordinate these different contracts according to the principle of professional target, and initial input data will be the track layout requirement for land capacity. And that will be material for you to design the section will be under your responsibility. But designing railway infrastructure is an iterative process. From your design, we will reprocess this for different decision tools, operation models, also looking at the different technical features, and it will be optimized in several steps, so that means we will have a strong coordination process. And this also will be done in the full corridor, and coordinating the different leg sections design contracts. Yeah. We will involve a system approach, as we are actually designing not several pieces of railway, but a full railway transport system with high performance. And this shall be looked in the entire corridor, and keeping in mind one weak point in one location will have impact on the full systems, and several hundred kilometers away, consequence will be also happening from this weak point. So that's why this system vision is so important here. We shall then eliminate different weakness of infrastructure as speed restrictions and bottlenecks, as far as it is possible according to the local technical constraints, and then make some flexibility and reserve to allow the adaptation to the future change of the traffic and economical conditions in the medium and long terms. So finally, we want to create an agile infrastructure which could be adapted to the traffic evolutions in medium, long terms with all the lifetime of Rail Baltica, at least 100 years. Here we have a kind of drawing with summarizing this vision and this iterative process. So starting for market potentials, optimization of operation is done, and that's allowed to have a first dimensioning of the infrastructure for the full corridor. And then all capacity is analyzed, and that allows the railway operator, the user of infrastructure and performing the train services, to implement the transport plans with efficient and reliable operations. And finally, this is giving to the customers, passenger or cargo users, to attractivity of the transport services. And that will have, this is a market reaction. Then this will induce effect on the market potential. And then we can restart the optimization. And this, I think, principle will apply during the full lifetime of Rail Baltica, not only during the design phase. And this will be always optimized process, will be later on performed by infrastructure managers and railway operators. So therefore you understand that we are going to make this optimized process during the whole design in coordination with you future designers of Rail Baltica, as we'll have the view on the full corridor and we'll have to coordinate your different works. So that will be very collaborative works in an iterative way, in daily work, and we really rely on you to have a very involvement and efficient processes with us, as we want to have design a very performant infrastructure in the future for this iterative optimization process and in this very collaborative way. One more slide about value engineering. We will have some value engineering processes during the design, and notably during the process of master design. And for this will be necessary to assess different technical solutions to some local insertion solutions of the railway infrastructure. And we have defined already kind of hierarchy of different criteria that shall be used during these value engineering processes. First of all is obviously the safety, as always in the railway, safety security as major factor of the railway. Then looking for the user's perspective, clients, passengers, freight owners. Train operator perspective, that will also using everything, you're looking for the capacity, rolling stock, journey cost, OPEX, and revenues. Infrastructure management perspective, then looking all traffic management and maintenance management, that is also linked to the OPEX. And then technical and project deliveries, including all CAPEX, schedule, and procedures that we have to deliver during Rail Baltica construction. And additionally, there is a cross-cutting criteria, which we call externalities, which is everything related to the human and environment impact that is applying amongst all these criteria. Thanks for your attention.